Ciao a tutti ragazzi e ragazze, benvenuti in un altro video reaction. Sì, ho deciso di farne un altro di video reaction quest'oggi perché voglio finire subito sta cosa dei video reaction su YōKai. Eh sì ragazzi, abbiamo fatto Onibaba e adesso faremo invece la reaction su Shinigami. E chi è? È uno yokai che viene descritto come il dio della morte. Che ruba le anime degli umani. E a quanto pare questo yokai è diventato famoso grazie ad un anime particolare. E indovinate un po' che anime è? Esatto, Death Note. Che cos'è Death Note? Death Note è un anime che parla di un ragazzo che prima viveva una vita normale, ok? Che poi un giorno trova un diario che si chiama Death Note, che se lui ci scrive il nome di una persona, quella persona muore. E con lui c'è uno Shinigami che gli fa la compagnia. Infatti nella copertina c'era già del video, c'era Shinigami di Death Note, che sicuramente ci parlerà pure di lui. Ovviamente sicuramente ci parleranno pure di Death Note, sempre fatto da Draw della TikTok. Lasciamo dei like e ora facciamo la reaction. Ma prima di iniziare mi raccomando, iscrivetevi al canale, lasciate like e ditemi nei commenti che ne pensate di Shinigami. E adesso reagiamo a questo video.
Welcome to a new Draw My Life video. Shinigamis, also known as gods of death, are popular creatures in
La musica non è così creepy, forse non sarà un video così tanto inquietante.
Japanese folklore. These dark spiritual entities are the ones in charge of collecting souls and taking them to the Yomi, the land of the dead. The term Shinigami comes from the Japanese shi, which means death, and kami, which means god or spirit. In Western mythology, it would
Il simbolo degli illuminati.
be something similar to death or the Grim Reaper. In fact, Shinigamis started appearing around the 18th century with the influence of the Western culture in Shintoism,
Aspetta, ma c'è il tizio del film di Hercules, la Disney.
Buddhism, and Taoism. On the contrary to death, the Shinigami doesn't only refer to one entity, but to a great variety of ghostly beings. There isn't a precise description of their shape. They're invisible to everyone except for those who are close to dying. As recurring creatures in lots of manga and anime, they've had different
Ecco, sta per parlare di Death Note.
representations. From human shapes like Ichigo and Rukia from Bleach and Momo from Ballad of a Shinigami, to cadaverous and deformed beings who eat apples, like Ryuk and Rem from Death Note.
Ecco qua, lo sapevo che ci aveva parlato di Death Note.
Same as many spirits associated with death, Shinigamis are known for being evil. Sometimes
La musica comincia un po' a farsi creepy. Oddio, spero che non ci sarà un jumpscare.
they're represented as fallen angels or grotesque demons that threaten human lives. In Buddhism, the figure of Shinigami is the evil spectrum that takes control of your body in order to soak from it its will to live. The popular belief says the Shinigamis are simple bridges between our world and the other world. They make sure each person dies when their exact time comes and guide them to the underworld to confront their final destiny. The legend says that a man going through a hard economical situation didn't have any desire to live and wanted to leave this world. A Shinigami appeared, showed him a candle that reflected his life expectancy and convinced him that it wasn't his time yet. In order to solve his problems, he showed him an easy way to earn money. The Shinigami said he could pretend to be a doctor and perform miracles in exchange for good money. He gave him the ability to see other Shinigamis and the power to make any god of death go back to the underworld without taking the soul he was coming for. The only thing he had to do was pronounce an old spell and the Shinigami would disappear. The only rule was that the Shinigami had to be on the bed legs and not on the headboard of the bed where the sick human was. If this was the case, destiny would be inevitable and the person should die. The man performed several miracles, extending many people's lives in exchange for jewels and money. Everything was going great for him. He was famous and powerful, but it was never enough for him. One day,
Adesso Fammi indovinare, ora sto tizio diventerà talmente avido che morirà.
Family whose daughter suffered a serious illness came to him to work one of his miracles. When he went to the room where the dying girl was, he saw the Shinigami that would take her soul to the other world sitting on the headboard. The Shinigami was looking with dark and spooky eyes to the body of the girl who would soon be dead.
Oh no.
The man knew he couldn't save the young girl,
Lasciala
but
in
the
pace.
family offered him a very generous reward that his greed wouldn't let him say no to. When the night came and the Shinigami was sleeping, he changed the orientation of the bed so that the god of death was lying on the bed legs and not on the headboard.
Oh, meno male.
Then he said the spell and the Shinigami disappeared.
Ah.
He had broken the
Ah, alla faccia tua.
rule. The god of death that had given him this power came back to visit, very angry. He showed him his candle, almost consumed, and said there would be consequences to his actions.
Oh,
The
no.
man, feeling sorry, asked for a second chance to continue his life, and the spirit said the only way to save himself was by trespassing the light from his candle to another one. But this wasn't possible. The Shinigami was lying to him. Each person
Brutto schifoso, come osi a mentirlo? Guardate qui che roba, ma vi rende conto?
has his or her own candle, non-transferable, and once it is extinguished, the person dies.
Okay.
The man tried to do it, but the candle was put out and the Shinigami whispered with a dark voice, "Death will come to you, same as to everyone, but when it does, nobody will be waiting."
Mi sto cominciando a cagare sotto. Mannaggia, mi devo stare zitto.
The man died, and his soul remained trapped, doomed to wander
Madonna, quanto
eternally,
inquietante.
no stop. If you enjoy
Dovevo stare zitto, dannazione. E va bene, adesso ho paura dello Shinigami. Devo mettere menzione onorevole nella mia lista degli yokai più inquietanti. Vabbè, anche lo Shinigami è fatto. Il prossimo sarà Akamanto. Vabbè, spero che la reaction vi sia piaciuta. Fatemi sapere nei commenti che ne pensate di Shinigami. Ci vedremo in un prossimo video. Ciao.